The following program deals with mature subject matter and is intended for adult audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Last week, these 8 people were crowned the hottest people in the Northeast. Hot Zone 1. Carrie, Jonathan, Nikki, Ken, Lisa, Kevin, Cherica, Travis. Tonight, for 2 men and 2 women, the dream continues as your votes are revealed. And later, a new round of competitors representing the Southeast hits the main stage, where our experts will answer that burning question. Are you hot?
Good evening, I'm J.D. Roberto, and welcome to Are You Hot? The search for America's sexiest people. Before we move on to Hot Zone 2, we are about to reveal which 2 men and 2 women you selected as the hottest competitors from Hot Zone 1, the Northeast. In a few weeks, they will face off against the top competitors from our other 3 hot zones for the chance to be named the sexiest man and woman in America. So let's find out right now who America chose as its semifinalists from Hot Zone 1. For the men. Travis Bullich, you are hot. You are moving on. And our second male competitor to move on, Kevin Bessel. Congratulations, you are hot. Jonathan, Ken, gentlemen, I'm sorry. You are not hot enough to advance. And for the women, Carrie Jedlicki, you are hot. You're moving on. And our final competitor to advance, Lisa Pieper-Gertis, you are hot. You are moving on. Congratulations. Nikki and Cherica, I'm sorry. You are not hot enough to advance. Congratulations, Kevin, Travis, Carrie, and Lisa. You are moving on to the semifinals. We'll see you in a few weeks.
I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're picking someone that wants to do this so bad and wants this so bad. You know, this is just the most exciting experience in my life.
We're totally different. So just may the best woman win.
Everybody wants to move on to something like this, and unfortunately a lot of people don't get to, so I'm very grateful for that.
I mean, I literally thought I was going to faint. I couldn't believe it.
I was robbed, and I can't do anything about it. So I can't really say anything except for, I think you made the wrong decision.
And now the hottest people in the Southeast hit the main stage on Are You Hot? The search for America's sexiest people. Here's your host, J.D. Roberto.
Good evening. For those of you joining us for the first time, we are the show that believes that talent is completely overrated. You think you can sing? We don't care. You think you can dance or tell jokes? So what? All we want to know is one thing. Are you hot? For months, our casting experts have searched everywhere to bring you the hottest people in America. Now, you might not always think that every one of our competitors is quite that hot. But what really matters is that all of them think they are. Tonight, we're going to focus on the Southeast, Hot Zone 2. So let's get things started by meeting our panel of experts. Fashion designer to the stars, Randolph Duke. Supermodel Rachel Hunter. And international heartthrob Lorenzo Lamas. All right, experts, let's have a look at these competitors from Hot Zone number 2.
Before the taping of this program, each competitor was judged by our panel of experts to see if they're hot or if they're not. The experts have submitted their decisions, and our competitors will hear those results for the first time right now. Here's our first competitor. A 21-year-old student from Atlanta, Georgia, Carolyn Moore.
What's the verdict? Hot. Congratulations.
A 29-year-old engineering manager from McDonough, Georgia, John Kidd.
Hot. Congratulations.
A 26-year-old personal trainer from Miami, Florida, Juliette Barris. A 26-year-old national sales manager from Stone Mountain, Georgia, John Buchanan.
Hot.
A 24-year-old nurse from Lawrenceville, Georgia, Kimberly Zolciak.
What's the verdict?
A 34-year-old photographer from Miami, Florida, Rick Lemoyne.
He's hot.
A 24-year-old student from Tampa, Florida, Charity Hodges.
What is the final word on Charity? Hot.
A 31-year-old aspiring model from Atlanta, Georgia, Lawson Digby.
Not. Sorry about that, Lawson. Good night.
A 24-year-old financial advisor from Atlanta, Georgia, Arian Davis.
What did the judges think about Ariane? Not.
A 30-year-old environmental engineer from Atlanta, Georgia, Greg Corbin.
Not.
A 27-year-old hairstylist from Atlanta, Georgia, Butter Jones.
What did our judges think? Hot. She walks the walk.
A 26-year-old student from Atlanta, Georgia, Ryan Iron.
What did the judges think? He's hot.
A 23-year-old performance dance artist from Tampa, Florida, Chris Garrett.
Not. Sorry, Chris.
A 23-year-old mortgage broker from Boca Raton, Florida, Billy Snow.
He's asking for it. Let's see what he's going to get. Not. He got it all right.
A 19-year-old student from Cumming, Georgia, Wendy Lynn DeRoche.
Hot.
A 29-year-old bartender from Miami Beach, Florida, Luciano Costa.
Hot.
A 19-year-old retail sales associate from College Park, Georgia, Ariel Farmer.
Hot.
A 22-year-old entertainer from Woodstock, Georgia, Mike Milligan.
What did the judges think? Not. Dance on out of here, Mike.
A 29-year-old Army officer from Norcross, Georgia, Captain Raquel Riley.
Not.
A 31-year-old clinical exercise specialist from St. Petersburg, Florida, Troy Taylor.
What's the word on Troy?
A 24-year-old student from New Orleans, Louisiana, Chantil Buduske.
teal is hot.
A 29-year-old marketing consultant from Atlanta, Georgia, Jamil.
What's it going to be for Jamil? Hot.
A 22-year-old promoter from Seminole, Florida, Kristen Paulin. A 20-year-old student from Peachtree City, Georgia, Travis Van Winkle.
Not. Sorry, Travis.
An 18-year-old aspiring model from Conyers, Georgia, Valerie White. An 18-year-old club promoter from Weston, Florida, Kevin Peach.
What do the judges think about Kevin? He's hot.
A 34-year-old homemaker and mother from Atlanta, Georgia, Carlene Erlandson.
Hot. Congratulations.
And our last competitor is a 27-year-old commercial cleaning owner from Douglasville, Georgia, Rob Riles.
And what did our judges say? They said he's not. And here they are, the 16th contenders for the title of Sexiest Men and Women in the Southeast, Hot Zone 2. When we come back, our competitors will give our experts an even closer look as they strip down to their bathing suits. Don't go away.
Nobody out there can really judge me. I know I'm hot. I know I'm sexy as hell, actually.
I lost my dream. I lost my dream.
The wife, the kids, the in-laws, and the big baby. Laugh at somebody else's family for a change.
Should we stop that? It's disgusting.
Yes, dear. Monday nights at 9:30 on A Channel.
Oh, when you're smiling. Yeah, when you're smiling. The whole world, it smiles with you.
Smiles, crispy outside, mashed potato inside. New from McCain.
Introducing Physoderm Clear Swab. Just snap to release effective acne-fighting medicine. Then zap. New Physoderm Clear Confidence Clear Swab. Do you have confidence? New Physoderm Clear Confidence works 4 ways to fight acne. It helps treat and prevent blemishes while it cleans and nurtures your skin, leaving it feeling refreshed and soft. Physoderm Clear Confidence. Do you have confidence?
One of these women uses new Pairs by Suave amplifying system. The other pays more for Matrix Amplify. Both formulas are salon tested. Both leave hair looking full of volume and body. So, who uses Pairs by Suave and who pays expensive salon prices? If you can't tell, why should we? Pairs by Suave. Don't you look smart?
Discover the mysteries of the Orient, the elegance of the Mediterranean, and many other splendid treasures at the Consignment Gallery. Calgary's first consignment furniture store carries one-of-a-kind contemporary, traditional, and antiques. Items arrive daily from Calgary households, estates, show homes. Now expanded to a larger 18,000 square foot location, 533 58th Avenue Southeast, just west of Blackfoot Trail. The Consignment Gallery, where treasures are found.
search for America's sexiest people. Now, during this next round, our experts will evaluate our contestants one by one. By the end of tonight, half will be eliminated, and only 8 will remain. Now, once again, our competitors will be scored on a scale of 1 to 10 for face, body, and sex appeal. So, experts, if you're ready, let's have a look at our first hot competitor right now.
A 24-year-old student from Tampa, Florida, Charity Hodges.
I'm definitely going to do a turn and let him see the rear view.
Randolph, she's very popular with the audience. What do you think?
Well, I think we know what your best asset is. Very pretty smile, Charity. Tell me about the twins. Are they real or are they...
No, they're not real.
They're not real. They're not real.
They look real, though.
You might think so. They're just a little out, you know. They're a little out to the side. But you might want to pick a different kind of bra that lifts them up because they are starting to head south. I know that silicone is heavy. I'm going to give your face an 8.2, your body an 8.3, and your overall sex appeal an 8.5.
All right, Rachel, down to you.
With your forehead, I think that you need to do bangs or something going on there. I give you a 7.6 for your face. I give your body is awesome, your butt's great, it's 8.5, and your sex appeal is 8.5.
It's all yours, Lorenzo.
Hi, Charity.
Hi.
I'd get up to congratulate you, but I think I'd spill my water. 8 for the face. You got a 9.5 for the body, girl. And so about a 9.0 for sex appeal.
All right, Charity, thank you very much.
A 26-year-old national sales manager from Stone Mountain, Georgia, John Buchanan.
Randolph, it's all you.
Okay, I'm going to give you a 5.1 on the face. I'm sorry. I just don't think... Hey, we are doing the sexiest man in America. Let's get up. You're pretty thin, you know. I'm going to give you a 5.0 on the body. I'm going to give you a 4.9 for sex appeal.
Rachel, you're up.
I agree with the face. You've got too big a draw, you've got thin lips. So I give you a 5 for your face. For your body, I think you've got a great surface kind of body. I give you a 7. Sex appeal, I give you 2.
Lorenzo.
You got a 6.7 on the face, 7 for the body. And just standing there, taking the heat that we're shooting at you, I'll give you a point or 2 for that. So I'll give you about a 6 for sex appeal.
Thank you. Not bad. All right, thank you very much.
A 27-year-old hairstylist from Atlanta, Georgia, Butter Jones.
All I can do is be me, Butter Jones, and that speaks for itself.
Randolph, you're up.
So let me ask you a question. You like butter on your biscuits?
Only when it's coming with a lot of bread.
Well, you got the butter, but you don't have the biscuits, baby.
Well, you know what, Randolph? I'm a hairstylist, and I'm sure I could fix that receding hairline for you.
I think Randolph just got critiqued.
I was grooving on the attitude until you gave me the shade, baby, because that's no way to win this contest, okay? I'm going to give you a 6 for the face. I'm going to give you a 7.1 for the body because I am proud that you're standing up there as a full-figured girl. A sex appeal, you lost it with the attitude. I'm going to give you a 2.
Rachel?
Butter. Your face, I give you a 5. I give you a 7 for your body. And for your sex appeal, I give you a 4.
Lorenzo.
About a 6.9 for the face because you are an attractive woman, 7.0 for the body, and 7.0 for the sex appeal, too. Perfect.
Butter, thank you very much.
a 26-year-old student from Atlanta, Georgia, Ryan Iron.
I'm gonna focus right here. Feeling it.
All right. Randolph, you're up first.
I think they like you. Close up on the chest. Tight, please. Close. Closer. You don't like any body hair, right? You have no hair on your body.
Well, I figured in the spirit of hotness.
All right, let's make this one quick. There's not a lot to pick on here. 9.5 on the face. You got that chiseled. 9.5 on the body. You went a little too big in the gams. Just a little too big. And sex appeal, I think you got a good attitude. I'm going to give you a 9.0.
Lorenzo, you are up.
Hey, you got it all going on, brother. Yeah. Great shape.
Thank you very much.
9.2 on the face. The jaw is a little square, but, you know, you got a 10 body, pal.
Appreciate it.
Perfect score.
I like this sweetness that's coming out from behind those eyes. 9.5. Sex appeal.
Good scores. Rachel?
Pretty much the guys have said what there is. So I give your face a 9, I give your body a 9.5, and I give your sex appeal a 9.8.
9.8 on sex appeal. Great scores. Ryan, thank you very much.
The judges think they're gonna sit up there and insult me by pointing out my every little imperfection, and they thought I wasn't gonna point out theirs. So I really don't care what the judges' scores was. I'm still hot.
Hi. How's your date? I like to think that everyone in my family is sensitive. But Zoe, more than others.
For people who feel they're sensitive and prefer no perfumes and dyes, there's Tide Free. It's mild to skin and dermatologist tested.
Tide Free is my kind of clean.
Oh, joy. You spied someone breathtaking. What do you think? Breath. Mine? Bad? Teeth? Not white. So he'll just admire me from afar. Get back. Get new Crest Whitening Plus Scope. The one and only with Crest Whitening power and a big blast of scope for a bright, whiter smile. Clean, fresh breath. Now all you need is something brilliant to say. Crest Whitening Plus Scope. Now in 2 great flavors.
There are 2 things every Canadian loves, a great deal and the great taste of the Colonel's 11 secret herbs and spices. So get in the car, get on the bus, just get down to KFC, because the Colonel's dozen is back. 12 tender, juicy pieces of seasoned chicken prepared the way the Colonel's always done it for just $12.99. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Part 204 should be soft, smooth, and inviting, because now it's also a chin rest. Lever 2000 Moisture Response not only cleans but helps moisturize all your 2000 parts for the best parts of life. Part 1712 is clean, smooth, and apparently very magnetic. Lever 2000 Moisture Response not only cleans but helps moisturize all your 2000 parts for the best parts of life.
Nobody's ever died because they didn't have a cigarette. You know? We brought him home from the hospital. We wouldn't let him die in the hospital. We brought him home to die.
The smell.
I know I stink.
But you feel very proud of yourself when you do quit smoking, because it's probably the biggest thing you'll ever do.
Yeah, he died from cigarette smoking, and he barfed up part of his lungs onto his chest and onto his face. So I cleaned it all up before I got my mama. Still painful to talk about today.
The following program deals with mature subject matter and is intended for adult audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome back to Are You Hot? The search for America's sexiest people. Let's take a look at our next competitor right now.
A 19-year-old student from Cumming, Georgia, Wendy Lynn DeRoche.
I light up the room whenever I walk in and smile. So I'll definitely use my smile, and I've heard that the view when I leave isn't too bad either, so.
Lorenzo, it's all yours. Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
You are absolutely gorgeous. You've got a great body, 9.5 for the body. You know, your sweetness is so appealing, 9.0 for a sex appeal, and about 8.9 for the face.
Rachel, you're up. Hi, Wendy. You've got great eyes. I give you an 8.5 for your face. I give you a 9.2 for your body because I think it's great, it's curvy and natural, all the rest of it. So I give you an overall sex appeal, you're a 9.6.
Now that's a beautiful bust. Beautiful. Turn around. Turn around. Now keep panning down, guys. Keep panning down. Put your legs together for me. That's my only deduction.
Is my knee?
Yeah, I gotta find something.
Less than 2 months ago, I was in a head-on collision with an 18-wheeler. And I was in the emergency room for 3 days not knowing if I was going to be able to walk again. So my knees are holding me up, and so I'm just fine with them the way they are.
There you have it. I'm going to give your body a 9.5. I only took off 5 points for the knees. I'm going to give your face an 8.5. And overall sex appeal, 9.5. I think you're very sexy.
Wendy, thank you very much.
A 31-year-old clinical exercise specialist from St. Petersburg, Florida, Troy Taylor.
I want to win it, man. I want to bring it down, bring the house down, definitely.
Randolph, Troy is all yours.
You know what? That bathing suit is way too bright. And so is your hair, man. I mean, you and Lil' Kim must have the same hairdresser. I'm going to give your face a 6.5. Wait, a body 9.9. Overall sex appeal, 8.0. Thank you.
Hey, Troy.
Hi, how are you?
You've got really an interesting face, and I think your hair totally distracts away. You've got way too much going on there. I'm giving you a 6 for your face. I'm giving your body a 9.5, and your overall sex appeal, I'm giving you a 6.
Thank you.
All right, Lorenzo. About an 8.5 for a face. Great body, 9.9 for the body. And sex appeal, I give about a 9. Sex appeal, bro. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
A 24-year-old student from New Orleans, Louisiana, Chantil Budusque.
Randolph, Chantil is yours.
Chantilly lace, huh?
That's me.
That's you. I think you got a really feminine, refined porcelain little doll face. I love it. Smile.
Hi, boys.
See, that's all they want. They want you to just give them a little something. 9.9 on the face. I'm going to give you a 9.2. I like your body. Overall sex appeal, I'm going to come down just a little because we have to coach you too much to be sexy. You got to work on that 8.5.
Thank you.
Rachel, you're up.
I think you're the most tasteful woman we've seen here this entire show. I give your face a 9.9, I give your body a 9.9, and I give your sex appeal a 9.9.
Wow. Some good scores. Lorenzo, you're up.
Hi, Chantil. Do me a favor, take off your boots, please.
I'm comfortable with Rachel and Randolph,
Okay,
so
get comfortable with my flaw finder, all right?
I heard about it.
The heels are together, but I don't see any part of your thigh touching between the hip and the knee, okay? Unfortunately, this is a point-scoring system here. You're really cute, though. I'll give you 9.5 for a face, 9.2 for the body, about an 8.0 for a sex appeal.
All right. Gentile, thank you very much.
A 29-year-old bartender from Miami Beach, Florida, Luciano Costa.
I really want this bed. I'm broke, and I need the money. I need the money.
Lorenzo?
You got a great face, great smile, very, very appealing, very approachable. About a 9.2 on the face. Like I said, good body, 9.3 on the body, and you know, your charm is your sex appeal.
I appreciate that.
I go with a 9 on sex appeal.
Rachel.
Hi, Luciano.
How you doing?
Good. I think you've got a great face as well. Very nice face. I give you an 8.5 for your face. Your body's great. I just feel it's a little bit too big up here. But I still give you an 8.5, and I think your overall sex appeal is a 9.
Oh, thank you. All right, Randolph, it's all up to you. You're the last one. Give it to me. Come on.
What do you have on under those trunks?
I think Randolph is right now changing his story.
Man, you got a great face.
Thank you.
And you got a great body. I'm going to give you a 9 on the face. With a butt like that, you get a 9.9. And overall sex appeal, right down the middle, 9.5. Good luck.
Thanks, Randolph. Hey, thanks, Luciano.
I was laying there for 3 days wondering if I was going to walk again. Never in my mind did I think that I wouldn't be hot anymore. Even if I did end up in a wheelchair, baby, I'd still be hot.
How many times have you been in the middle of a job and needed a different tool, and then you have to find it? Not a problem with the amazing new Benchmark Flip Grip, only available at your local home hardware or home building center. When you need to switch, all you have to do is flip, from needle nose to flat nose and back. No more hunting around for the right tool. Flip Grip cuts and strips wire, too. It's so versatile, you'll flip over it, and it's fully guaranteed. Pick up a Benchmark Flip Grip today, only $13.97, only at home.
Vibe 98.5, Calgary's new #1 for hip-hop, R&B, and old school.
Is it worth it? Let me work it.
Vibe 98.5. More hip-hop, more R&B, more flavor. Vibe 98.5. Calgary's new #1 for hip-hop, R&B, and old school. Vibe 98.5.
It's the place where you raise your family. It's the place where you spend time with those you love. It's the place you call home. At Home Life Cityscape Real Estate, it's our goal to find the home that's right for you. That's why we work harder and expect more of ourselves and our agents. And though we use the latest technology to match you with a home that fits your needs and budget, we always remember we're dealing with families and people. It's how we'd want to be treated if we were buying a home. Home Life Cityscape Real Estate. Let us help you find your way home.
Oh, when you're smiling, yeah, when you're smiling, the whole world, it smiles with you.
Smiles, crispy outside, mashed potato inside. New from McCain.
CMP Classic, your GM Superstore, presents Monster Jam. Brought to you by Part Source. With U.S. Hot Rod Monster Trucks, Dragon Slayer, Spider-Man, the legendary Grave Digger, and more. Plus, Street Warriors, Demolition Derby, a Moto Skyfly, the Dynamaniac, and adults can save big with a $2 adult discount coupon available at CMP Classic, your GM Superstore. March 7th, 8th, and 9th. 10 Growth Saddle Dome.
It is time to look at our next competitor right now.
An 18-year-old aspiring model from Conyers, Georgia, Valerie White.
Rachel.
Hi, Beth. Hi. You've got an amazing body. I give you a 9 on your body. I'm really happy you pulled your hair back. You look really great. Also, I give you an 8.5 on your face. Overall sex appeal, I think I'd give you an 8.9.
Randolph.
Valerie, you have the most beautiful eyes we have seen here tonight. They're like cat eyes. So you get a 9.0 on the face. The body, your knees are a little thick, but there's not much you can do about it. You know what? With a face like that, who's looking anyway, right? The body, an 8.5. And sex appeal, you radiate sex appeal. That face is beautiful and salty. 9.0.
Lorenzo. Hi, Valerie.
Hi.
I got a burrito cooking down south, and it's almost ready.
I'm ready for it.
You're just a sexy woman, you know. We got to get to the score, so 9.8 for the face, 9.8 for the body. I give you 9.9 for sex appeal.
Valerie, thank you very much.
A 29-year-old engineering manager from McDonough, Georgia, John Kidd.
Lorenzo, we're going to start with you.
Hey, John, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How about you?
Got about an 8.5 for the face, about a 9.5 for the body, about an 8.5 for sex appeal.
Rachel, what do you think of John?
You've got a great face, great smile. You're very broad in the nose. I give you a 7 in the face. I think your body's awesome. I give your body a 9. Your overall sex appeal, I give you a 7.
Randolph.
Well, you're a very brave man to wear a Speedo. We have not seen one yet.
You've been wanting one.
Oh, I'm going to give your face a 6.5. Your body a 9.9. And your sex appeal a 7.9.
John, thank you very much.
A 19-year-old retail sales associate from College Park, Georgia, Ariel Farmer.
The judges, what they critique, I hope they don't say anything too bad.
I think you've got amazing eyes. You've got a great face. I give you an 8.9 on your face.
Okay.
Are your boobs natural?
These are all mine.
I thought they were. I give you a 9.2 there, and overall sex appeal, I give you also a 9.
Randolph?
I like that you're not just pushing it all in our face. I like the way you're acting. It's very, it's a nice contrast to your sexy body. I'm going to give you a 9.0 for your face. A 9.2 for your body. And we get 8.5 for the sex appeal.
All right, Lorenzo, it's all yours.
I have one question. I don't know whether it's the color of makeup that you've chosen for your face, but it's darker than your body. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I'm aware of it.
Okay. You're a beautiful woman. You're absolutely beautiful. I'd say 9.5 for the face. However, you know, you're a little bit on the soft side, and I'm just being picky. But, you know, 9.5 on the body. And your overall sex appeal is very engaging. You're right up there, about a 9.0.
All right, Ariel, thank you very much.
An 18-year-old club promoter from Weston, Florida, Kevin P.
Randolph?
Hey, Kevin. Okay, cool it on the pecs. They're definitely done. You look like one of these girls on the stage. Okay, I'm going to give you an 8.9 on the face. Your features are close together. Your eyes are a little narrow set. The hooters are just too big. An 8.5 on the body. And sex appeal, an 8.7. Thank you.
Rachel.
There's just something going on with the hair that I think could be a little bit shorter, because it does have that little bit of a poodle thing going on. And so I give your face an 8.5. Your body also just big boobies, just like he said. 8.9. I would give you also an 8.9 as far as sexual appeal.
Thanks.
Lorenzo?
Hey, Kevin, what's going on, man?
What's up, man?
Hey, how old are you?
18.
18.
supposed to be a secret.
You know, you are so calm and confident for your age. It's blowing my mind.
Yeah.
9.5 in the face, 9.5 in the body. You got it all put together pretty good, bud. So
appreciate it.
We'll go 9.5 on the sex appeal.
Thanks, Kevin. At the end of the show, just go to abc.com, keyword hot, and let us know which man and which woman you think are sexy enough to become our Hot Zone 2 semifinalists.
Part 1712 is clean, smooth, and apparently very magnetic. Lever 2000 Moisture Response not only cleans but helps moisturize all your 2000 parts for the best parts of life. Part 204 should be soft, smooth, and inviting because now it's also a chin rest. Lever 2000 Moisture Response not only cleans but helps moisturize all your 2000 parts for the best parts of life.
I got a package from Andy. A letter. And a Hershey bar. Well, he obviously has good taste. Dear Sue, there's 24 letters to this Hershey bar. That's one letter a day to savor until my return. He's so sweet. Care for an H? Like you have to ask?
So rich, so creamy. You'll want to savor your Hershey bar.
So when is, what's his name coming back? At this rate? Not soon enough.
Hershey, the chocolate you love to savor, letter by letter.
World of sports is often exciting, burning like a disco inferno, sometimes amazing. How good was that? And every once in a while, just a little bit crazy. Tucks it home for the OT winner. Join me, Rob Gibson, for a look at 7 days of sports highlights, all balled up into one little package for you. It's A Channel's Plays of the Week, and you can find it right here every Friday on A Channel News at 6, bringing your world home.
Sponsored by the Calgary Roughnecks. Get ready for the rough stuff.
A Channel works harder.
More local stories than any other station.
There's only one station in Calgary like it. One team that does it best.
Tragedy has
A Channel News at 6 with Kate Mistel and Glenn Carter. Seasoned journalists with news experience that sets them apart.
I started out in this business at 18 years old.
Glenn Carter's been in the business a quarter century, reporting and anchoring all across this country.
Describe the
experience he brings to the front line of the Calgary news scene every day.
He is a great listener, and that is what makes him so successful as a journalist.
Kate Mistel's always had a passion for news.
From the 8th grade on, I knew I would be a television journalist.
A powerful storyteller.
The people that I've met have taught me extraordinary things about life.
What you leave behind in this world is what you do.
A dedication that's led to extensive international recognition.
Kate is the ultimate professional.
Kate Mistel and Glenn Carter, setting the standard for news excellence. A Channel News at 6, bringing your world home.
Welcome back to Are You Hot? The search for America's sexiest people. Experts, here comes our final group of competitors right now.
A 21-year-old student from Atlanta, Georgia, Carolyn Moore.
I really want this. This is a dream come true. Getting this far is a dream.
Carolyn. You know, you got to be careful. Spandex can only stretch so far. Yeah. Is that all natural? Tell the truth.
A little assistance.
A little assistance. I'm going to give you 7.1 for the face, 8.1 for the body, and 8.2 for the sex appeal. You got a lot of sex appeal.
Rachel.
Got a really sexy face, very sultry. I was a little scared that it was going to be too showgirly, but I give you a 7 for your face. For your body, I give you like an 8.5 for the body. The biggest thing with you is you ooze a lot of sexual appeal, that's for sure. And I think that you get a 9.5 on that.
Lorenzo. Hi, Carolyn. How you doing?
Wonderful. How are you?
Your nose is just a little bit crooked. It just kind of goes to the left of your face. But you're an honestly gorgeous woman. So about an 8 for the face. You're very voluptuous, about an 8.8 for the body. And overall sex appeal, you're a 9.
Good score on the sex appeal. Carolyn, thank you very much.
A 29-year-old marketing consultant from Atlanta, Georgia, Jamil.
Jamil, welcome. Lorenzo, we're going to start with you.
Maybe you could put on a little muscle around the arms.
I'm trying.
It's all right. You're doing okay. You've got a great face, 9.5 on the face. Thank you. Got an 8.5 on the body. And overall sex appeal, I like your charm. Give you a 9.0 on the sex appeal.
Rachel.
I just think it's really great also to see not all these like pretty boy, blue-eyed boys, and I think that you've got a really cool look, very sexy look. I give your face a 9.5. I think you've got a great face. You also have a 9.5 on your body.
Thank you.
And your sex appeal is a 9.7.
Thank you.
Randolph Duke.
I like that strong, mysterious look with your soft-spoken nature. It's very appealing. A little mystery goes a long way. Listen, I'm going to give you an 8.5 on the face, body 8.1, but you got a lot of sex appeal.
Thank you very much.
9.0.
All right, Jamil, thank you very much.
A 34-year-old homemaker and mother from Atlanta, Georgia, Caroline Erlandson.
I am so ready to own that stage.
All right, Rachel.
Caroline, I think you've got a really great, beautiful, fresh face. I give you a 9 on your face. I think you're really beautiful.
Yeah.
For your body, I give you like a 7, but in sex appeal, I have to give you a 5.
Oh, no.
Randolph.
You've got a really cut stomach and muscular stomach. You haven't had children, obviously, right?
I have had a baby in here.
You had a baby? That's amazing. I mean, you have got amazing stomach muscles. That's something. Wow. And your arms are really cut, but sometimes a little softness, it makes it...
I have to carry the baby.
Yeah. I'm going to give your face a 7.2. I'm going to give your body an 8.0. But I'm going to give your sex appeal a 6.8.
My husband says otherwise.
All right. Well, and he's a lucky man.
All right, Lorenzo, we're down to you.
Hi, Carolyn. I'd say an 8.5 for the face because you're gorgeous. I'd say a 7.0 for the body. And actually, I'm going to give you a higher score for sex appeal because of your personality, about an 8.0 for sex appeal.
Thank you very much.
A 34-year-old photographer from Miami, Florida, Rick Lemoyne.
Lorenzo, we're going to start it out with you.
You got it all going on, man. I'll give you a 9 on the face, bro. All right. Yeah. I'd say about 8.5 on the body. And your sex appeal is about a 9.
All right. Rachel.
I think your face is awesome. I think you've got a really great edge about you. I think I give you a 9 for your face. A 9 for your body.
All right.
And I'd give you a 9.7.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You have a kind of mystery about you that is very, very sexy, and that's what people are picking up on. And there is a nice thing about not knowing what's underneath those shorts. Got a great contemporary look. I love it. 8.9 on the face, 8.1 on the body, and 9.0 on the sex appeal. Very sexy.
Great scores across the board. Thank you very much. Let's get one more look at them side by side. The 16 contenders for the title of Sexiest Men Zone 2. Remember, people represent the southeast of the United States. Our experts will now review their scores, and when we come back, 8 of you will be eliminated. Final results are revealed. Chance to stay when Are You Hot? The search for America's sexiest people continues.
If you want to be a contestant on our show, go to abc.com, keyword hot.
There are two things every Canadian loves, a great deal and the great taste of the Colonel's 11 secret herbs and spices. So get in the car, get on the bus, just get down to KFC, because the Colonel's dozen is back. 12 tender, juicy pieces of seasoned chicken prepared the way the Colonel's always done it for just $12.99. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
I smoked like 6 cigarettes. This thing's nasty. This is going on in my lungs, my throat.
Physically, I'm okay. The heart's okay. Everything's okay except the lungs.
It's bad. It makes your breath stink and your teeth yellow. Nicotine, cyanide, I don't know.
Carbon monoxide.
Yeah, that too, yeah.
I felt like crap every day. Woke up and didn't feel good anymore, so it was time.
I'm just going to get through today. And if I fail and I have a cigarette because I can't stand it anymore, I'm not a failure. Tomorrow I'm still a non-smoker.
Is where water, where forces, stories are told, and legends live. Magical movements meet childhood memories. Not far from me, a dream of being the best. Thousands of fans, they stare, hearts beating steady. The team battles while they hear it. Fans roar. Flames spirit. See the Calgary Flames live and meet the players every Wednesday in sports with Rob Gibson on News at 6.
Brought to you by the Keg Steakhouse and Bar. When it comes to the latest in local news, weather, coverage, A Channel's news. Now you can find that of information on the World Wide Web. A-channel.com is your source for the most local news. And won't just read. Channel is the first television station in Calgary to offer of local stories on the web 24 hours a day. Log on now and find out more about your favorite shows. Win exclusive prizing, host your own community event, or use our free classified service to A-Channel. Sydney Fox is one foxy professor.
It's a real pleasure to meet you. Do you have any aspirin?
Who makes a living teaching history.
One of ancient study's greatest mysteries remains unsolved.
Who makes history finding lost treasures.
Now, Sydney, it's up to you.
But not without a...
Sorry about...
Rare.
We're close to finding the relic.
Relic Hunter. Saturdays at 8 on A Channel.
Welcome back to Are You Hot for America's Sexiest People. This is we have all been waiting for. Our experts have submitted their scores, and 8 of our contestants are about to move one step closer to realizing their dream of becoming America's Sexiest People. For men and women, America's vote to our semifinals. Let's find out. For the men, Costa. Final move on. Congratulations, you are not continue, please stay. Now, until Bodos, congratulations, you are hot. Valerie White. Farmer, you. Email editor to move on. Exit the stage. And here they are, America. Our top 8 hot zone. Luciano. Diane. Ken. And our Wendy Lynn. Power to control their destinies is in. Go to AC.com, keyword vote for your favorite and competitor. Now until 3 Eastern Standard Time. Once again, it's AC.com, keyword hot. Next week, most one. Good night, everybody.